Hi everyone, this is a special edition, News from Finland, and I'd like to go straight into welcoming my guest here today, Maria Manoli, a fellow Greek living in Finland. Hey Maria.
Hi, Chrissa. Thank you for having me.
The reason we are having this special broadcast is because there's something that needs to become aware here in the Finnish public. So you are here today to discuss about a protest that is taking place next week, Friday the 28th in the center of Helsinki. So first of all, for the people that are not yet aware of what's going on, what the Greek community in Finland and around the world is protesting about, give us a little bit what has taken place, the background, what has taken place a couple of years ago in Greece.
So almost exactly 2 years ago, on the 28th of February 2023, two trains collided, a passenger train and a freight train, causing at least 57 deaths, numerous injuries. And the main issue after this was basically that it brought to light corruption. It brought to light years of neglect. Like the Greek government purchased and never installed the ETCS, so a European standard safety system for railroads. There were many cover-ups done straight after. Like the whole site was excavated the day after the accident and landfilled, so that the proper investigation was never carried through, not to mention the grief that this caused to the parents, because the remains of their children were dug up and tossed aside. This caused a number of questions all around how it was handled by Greek officials, not to mention also that there's a suspicion that the freight train was actually carrying illegal fuel that caused a huge fireball straight after the collision, and actually resulted in the death of numerous people that survived the initial crash, only to burn alive after this.
So are you saying that the Greek government has not taken the full responsibility of what has happened? Is this the reason why protests are taking place both in Greece and then around the world? This is a topic that has been high on the agenda for many years now, for 2 years at least. And now the international community, the Greeks living abroad, are protesting again. Why is so important that Greeks in Greece and also Greeks abroad are joining forces and are protesting again? You sort of touched upon it, but are you feeling that the justice is not, and the government is not taking the full responsibility, justice is not prevailing in this matter? What should happen? What's the purpose of these demonstrations around the world?
There has been no accountability. This is everything and all that we've been asking for in this case and in similar cases along the years. It's quite obvious that the now resigned Minister of Transportation was fully aware that no safety systems were installed. He had been warned. There were official warnings from representatives of the railroad pointing out that sooner or later an accident would happen. So this is what I mean. There are clear things that have been omitted, standards that have not been kept. And nobody, and I need to really stress this, nobody has taken responsibility or accountability. Nobody has really resigned. Nobody has been brought to justice. The only thing this case has been kept alive and in the eyes of the public and the media is because the parents themselves, the relatives of the dead people, have not stopped bringing this to light. They have brought in their own investigators. They went to the European Parliament to protest this and make people aware. If it were up to the Greek government and officials, this case would have been shut and closed already 2 years ago. And this is what the Greek public at the moment, there is an outrage that this has happened, that nobody feels responsible. nobody seems to know or want to know exactly who gave what orders. And instead it's just like something that they try to attribute to tragic circumstances, like a bad moment. All of these
Accidents happen.
accidents happen. Yes, like accidents happen because one person, like one station manager, was not there to signal that the train is coming, because we don't have a proper modern system installed that would take care of this.
And it's true that the railway system in Greece is quite dated, and it doesn't have the modern standards that perhaps one would imagine within the European Union. What is, Maria, the one message you want to send to the Finnish authority, the Finnish public, as well as the international media? Why this is important? It's important for the Greeks, of course, but what does it mean for, of course, railroad is a means of transportation for everybody, also visitors, tourists traveling to Greece. You have traveled and I have traveled with the Greek railroads and so on. It could have been us, and it could have been people traveling to Greece. What is the message, and why this is important for the audience in Finland and within Europe and around the world?
Well, I would say the most important thing is that I would like people to be aware that the Greek people really, really are outraged by this and are protesting against this. And the most important thing is what is being asked for is that their safety, their security, that we can rely not just on our railroads, but on our judicial system. By extension, it's a matter of democracy working. And people that have been elected, officials that have been elected, need to serve their purpose. They need to be accountable, be it in Greece, be it in other countries all around. And anybody, like as you said, like I've traveled with this train, I have put my children on this train. And this is something that haunts me. We should feel safe to travel with trains. We should feel safe to move within Europe. We should feel safe that if something happens, if there was a neglect, if somebody didn't do what their official duty was, that there will be consequences for this.
And we held accountable.
Yes, accountability is the main theme here. So I think we live in very turbulent geopolitical times. That is the truth. But I think matters of democracy, transparency, of justice are even more important now than ever. This is what we ask for.
So this is what we are protesting next Friday. So we are urging people to join us right next Friday, February the 28th. And this spot, as you see behind us, you will see in the Kansallistori, in the Citizen Square, outside the Central Library in Finland, in Helsinki, in downtown Helsinki. We will be protesting. So you are urging both the Greek community and the people living in Finland to join, right?
Yes, we do. I think this is a matter, even though it is a very Greek, if you will, matter in a way, I do think it speaks, the same concern speaks to citizens generally, like in Europe. Like I do think we share the same concerns and have also the same values and demands from our government.
So it's not only a Greek tragedy, but a European and international, and very human. I think this at the bottom of this, it could be us. So we have to really speak up and join our voices against this injustice and the cover-up that perhaps is happening. So thank you, Maria. Join us next Friday, everybody. We will be there. Happy to see you.
Thank you.
And see you next Friday.
See you next Friday. Bye.